Okay, today I'm going to make a lemon slice to my grandmother's recipe with just these 5 ingredients plus icing. Okay, so here I have crushed the biscuits, which is 8 ounces or 240 grams. Put in a cup of desiccated coconut, the zest of 1 lemon, mixed all that up. So crushed it by hand because you want it to be rough like that, not food processed. And over here I've melted the butter and the condensed milk. So I'm using my favourite old spatula here. In my house you don't chuck something out just because it's imperfect. So I'm going to stir that up and stir it through here. Okay, so now we have our finished product here. So we've got the biscuits at 240 grams or 8 ounces, cup of coconut, zest of 1 lemon, the half a cup of condensed milk, which is about 200 grams, and the butter, 125 grams of butter, or 4 ounces. So then we put it into the bowl here. Tip that all in. Now at this point you have to have washed your hands thoroughly, because now by hand you have to press it into the dish. Line the dish, usually with Glad Bake, but I've used plastic today because I've just run out of Glad Bake. Going nuts on the lemon recipes because the trees are fruiting like crazy everywhere you go. So just push that all in and then we ice it. Now I've done a cup of sifted icing sugar in here with the zest, just half a big lemon or a full small lemon, a teaspoon of butter as my grandmother taught me. I'm very glad I listened to her. Extra glad because she didn't actually write down this recipe for icing, so I'm glad I paid attention when I was a kid. Always pay attention to your grandparents. They know far more than we ever will. Now I just use some juice of a lemon until I get the consistency I need for the icing. Alright, so I heated it a little bit. Had to do it the hard way because I threw out my microwave as it was trying to kill us. It was hissing when it was off, so it definitely wasn't a good thing. So now we just pour the icing over, working fairly quickly. Just do it rough, doesn't need to be perfect. So there we go, the finished product. Still needs to be chilled. I've cut it before I chill it so it's not too firm afterwards to cut. So I guess this recipe is over 50 years old, being my grandmother's, which makes it extra special, I'm sure. And I've used a shapely dish today just because it was handy, and shape is exactly what I'll have too much of if I keep baking like this.